If you think back just a few months, we met a new person. We met the Holy Spirit. But the other name for him was the Paraclete. And today, we find out a new role for the Paraclete, the Comforter. We are called to testify in the Holy Spirit, to become Paracletes, comforters. The Spirit is asking us to embody the comfort He brings. How can we do this? Not by making great speeches, but by drawing near to others. Not with trite words, but with prayer and closeness. Let us remember that closeness, compassion, and tenderness are God's trademark. Always. The Paraclete is telling the church that today is the time for comforting. And it's not necessarily due to Corona. It is due to all of the pain in the world today. We have the pain happening in the Middle East, where it is lies, damnable lies by the Taliban. It is the pain and suffering that falls once again to the women. In every generation, in every century, the women pay the price. That need not happen anymore. But you have to have men that recognize the women as equals, or in many cases, as leaders, superiors. But that will never happen in a world that accepts only Muslim law. For they see women as chattel, possessions. They see no reason to treat a woman as a partner. They see them as nothing more than cattle, donkeys, dogs, couches, or even a new toilet seat. So we here pray to the one true God to bring about change there, to send the Paraclete to help those women, and especially the girl children, to escape. Let every single female person leave Afghanistan so they can come to the West, so they can enter the United States, Western Europe, South America, and they can receive an education without fearing being shot on the way to school, having acid thrown in their face on the way to university. They can work without having to be covered head to toe in a hijab. They can drive, and they do not need to have a male relative with them every single second because they think they're too stupid to do it themselves. They think somehow that these women, if they don't have a male relative with them, they will become unchaste. What, they're going to have sex while they're driving? That I would actually pay to see. It's physiologically impossible, and the men know it. But somehow they think that every woman that they know will have it, will be doing it. We need to send the Paraclete to Syria, to Afghanistan, to Pakistan, to Yemen, to Saudi Arabia, to every other country that puts its women down. In Israel, you need to let these women in. The Paraclete is telling the church that today is the time for comforting throughout the world. It is more the time for joyfully proclaiming the gospel than for combating paganism. It is the time for bringing the joy of the risen Lord, not for lamenting the drama of secularization. It is the time for pouring out love upon the world, yet not embracing worldliness. It is more the time for testifying to mercy than for inculcating rules and regulations. Inculcating means creating and setting in place, as the Taliban has done. This is the time of the Paraclete. It is a time of freedom of the heart in the Paraclete. Please, please, Paraclete, please, Holy Spirit, help these women. Help these children. Maybe that society will change if 12 million women leave it, leaving behind less than 1 million women and no women children. Help us, Paraclete. Help us, Holy Spirit.